My name is Felista Abdallah. I work with the Kenya Sex Workers Alliance. I am a sex worker also. I come from Kenya. I'm Kenyan. Sex Workers Alliance is the national network of sex workers-led organizations and groups. When we came together as the Kenyan sex worker, we came to realize that we have sex workers who have migrated from other countries. That is Tanzania, Uganda, South Sudan, Rwanda, DRC, Somalia. So one of the things is that we realize they are also facing challenges because some of them are coming in country even without papers. So it was complicated for them to access health services. Sometimes when they were arrested in a high number, people kept on saying that they have been trafficked into the country. So they kept on saying that they have been trafficked into the sex industry, which was at the same time destroying the kind of work that we are doing, or maybe conflicting between sex work and trafficking. So those are some of the things that made us to start working with migrant sex workers in the name of making it clear that some women are just migrating from their countries to come to Kenya to do sex work because it pays better, because of security, because of many things that is bringing them in country. So that's the reason why we as a national network of sex workers decided to have migrants to be part and parcel of us. Trafficking itself is it's very stigmatized in each and every country. So nobody, even if some people are really trafficked, they do not want to come out clearly to tell people that they are being trafficked because of how trafficking itself and the implementation itself is really stigmatized. It comes with a lot of challenges whereby many people do not want to be associated with trafficking. I think it's important to work on trafficking because even we as the Kenyan or sex workers everywhere, we agree with the fact that some people are being trafficked and some are even being trafficked into the sex industry or some other things they are going to do when they're trafficked are forced to do. So it's important for people to speak out. It's important to come up with rights-based approach so that people can be able to relate with trafficking. But it is also important for people to distinguish between trafficking and sex work, because most of the time these are two words which are really conflicted. And when people are doing that, so many of the people keep on seeing sex workers as being trafficked, as women who are forced to do what they do not want. Yet in the real sense, we are coming out as sex workers to say trafficking people is wrong. But we as sex workers, we are here because we believe sex work is wrong. We are doing what we are doing out of understanding we are doing this, coming out clearly telling people that we've made informed choices to be who we are. I think the key highlight for me from this meeting, I think it's important when people are talking about trafficking to have sex workers in the room so that they can be able to send a message to many partners who are in the room and tell them we understand the confliction between trafficking and sex work, but there's a message that we are sending out as sex workers to say sex work is work. And another message that we are sending out as sex workers is to say that yes, we agree there's trafficking. We are also fighting against trafficking, but we as sex workers, we are not trafficked. We are women who are at work. We are women who have made bodily choices. And to say sex work is one of the things that we're doing. But I think it's important because we've sent out clear recommendations that might be adopted or not, but people's minds will not go back to their countries the same way they came in, because they've got the message that is coming from our community, what we want, and the recommendations that we have pushed forward as a community. Trafficking is not a one community thing. It's a thing that is affecting a huge number of community members. But even as per the data that has been shared out, it seems like most of the population that are being trafficked are women. And I think it's important to have different categories of women. Let's talk about women who are coming from the LGBTI community. Let's talk about women who are doing the house help shows. Let's talk about the women in the sex work industry. Let's talk about the women who also have privilege. So I think it's important to have everybody in the room so that it's not an isolation thing. It's not a thing that is associated to one population only. Trafficking is a thing that needs everybody to come together, speak about it, and come up with ways to address trafficking, and also address other women who their jobs have been associated to trafficking, just like my work, sex work. So I think it's very important to have different diversities in the room.